record. Okay, so today is just a full body dumbbell workout. So there's 7 exercises. We're gonna run through each exercise 4 times for 45 seconds. We'll rest for 15 seconds in between. We'll take a little bit of a break between each exercise. So I'll refresh you guys on what we're doing. And then we're gonna carry on. So the workout should only be about 35 minutes, plus your cool down, your warm up. So it's a full body dumbbell workout today. So I'll show you guys what we're doing. So hopefully you guys have some water at your mat or your space that you're working out in. All right, so our first exercise is a side lunge plus a bicep curl. So you're gonna be holding the dumbbell at the side. So you're gonna take a nice big step to the right, bend into that right knee. You're gonna curl that bicep or that dumbbell up, step back over. Nice big step to the right. So we'll do one leg for the entire 45 seconds, and then we will switch. We're gonna go right into a sumo squat snatch plus a press. So you might wanna have 2 different sizes or weights for your dumbbells here. So nice wide sumo stance, legs out to the side, knees and toes are on that angle for your hips. You're gonna come down into that sumo squat, pick up your dumbbell, rack it up to your shoulder. So it's that flick of the wrist, press that dumbbell up. It comes back down. Sumo to drop it down. We're gonna alternate arms here. Press. So just that nice alternating side. Then we are coming into alternating single arm bent over rows. So in your bent over row, you're gonna have a hinge at the waist, push your bum back, core is nice and engaged, slight bend to your knees. Have your dumbbell in one hand. You're bringing that elbow up towards your hips. Extend your arms straight, switch arms. So we're gonna switch in each side, each rep, alternating here. And then we are coming into a reverse lunge plus shoulder press, standing at the top of your mat or your space. We're keeping the dumbbell up by our chest, so a hand on either side of the dumbbell. Stepping back with one leg, dropping that knee down, pressing up, back to chest to return to center, alternating legs. Then we are coming into a core lean tricep extension. So what that looks like here is you're gonna hold the dumbbell in the center, hand over hand. You're on your knees, toes curled under. We're gonna slightly lean back. Arms extend, bending at the elbows, keeping those the biceps framing the face, up and down. Then we are coming into weighted sit backs with a twist. So a little bit of a spin on our Russian twist. Our knees are bent, feet are on the ground. We're gonna lean back just slightly. And as we twist, we're coming back and forth. So almost all the way down, then we're coming back up towards center. So we're moving, lowering our back as we twist. And then lastly, we are putting the dumbbell in the center. Hands are gonna be behind our back, kickstand. We're gonna bring the feet up and over that dumbbell. Sound good to everybody? Okay. So we are gonna get going. So again, that timing is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and then we'll have a little bit of a rest between each exercise so I can just run through again what we're doing. All right, so I'm gonna mute everybody. If anybody needs to jump on at any point, if you lose connection, I'll kind of keep an eye on the screen. All right, ladies. So we are going to start the timer. We're coming into that side lunge plus a bicep curl first. So we have 10 seconds. You're standing at one end of the mat. We'll start walking with or moving with our right foot. Nice big step to the right, sink through that right glute, bicep curl, back to our starting position. So your exhale is on the hardest part of the exercise, usually pushing back to center. You should really be feeling this in the right glute. Moving at your own pace. So slow, steady. Just make sure you're not holding that breath. Good job. We're resting. 15-second break. Then we're going to switch sides. So coming to the opposite side, we're going to step with that left foot. Left side lunge, bicep curl. Back to our starting position. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure your weight is heavy enough that you're really challenging those biceps. Sink nice and low in that left glute. Push the bum back, chest stays lifted. Heart rate should be elevated. Keep going right to the end. And rest. Starting at the top end of the mat again, we're going to step with our right foot. Make sure you're breathing. All right. Nice big step with the right. Sink through that right glute. Bicep curl. Back to your starting position. Good job. I love when I can see you guys on camera. Sink nice and low. Really challenging those glutes, this lateral movement. Plus that bicep curl. Good job. Right to the end. And rest. Last set. Starting on the left side. We have 5 seconds to rest. And we are working. Step to the left, bicep curl, back to starting. Good job. Don't skip that side lunge. Make sure you're breathing. Deep breath. Good job. Almost done. Last step. And let's rest. Take a sip of water. Make sure you're still challenging yourself through these virtual workouts. Take a moment here. I'm going to run through what we're doing next. So we're coming into that sumo plus a snatch and press. So feet are nice and wide. You're in that sumo stance, toes turn out on that slight angle, making room for our hips. We're going to have the dumbbell in the center of our legs. So nice deep squat down to pick it up, coming with straight legs. We're going to flick that dumbbell up so it's towards our wrist. Our palms are now facing out. Press up into our shoulder press. Back down to our shoulder. Putting that weight down in that low squat, switching sides. All right. And we are going. Gonna count us down that 10 seconds. All right, nice wide stance, low squat, up to our shoulders and press. Shoulder back down into that sumo, alternating hands. Good job, really challenging our glutes here and our shoulders. Nice full body exercises. Just maintaining that breath, exhale to push up, sink nice and low. This one's bound to get that heart rate up. We're moving right to the end. And rest, 15 seconds here. Nice deep breath in, slow breath out. Good job. 3, 2, 1, and we're coming back. Pressing up, alternating. Good job. Once you get the rhythm, maybe moving a little bit quicker, bringing a little bit more endurance into this strength, still keeping it nice and low impact. Good job, ladies. Make sure you're breathing. Nice and low in that sumo to pick up the weight. You're dropping it down each time and rest. Good job. Five seconds. And we are moving. 45 more seconds. Really working those shoulders, working those glutes. Targeting our entire body here. Maybe your glutes are screaming. Maybe your shoulders are getting tired. Slow down the movement. Don't compromise your form. Good job. Right to the end. And rest. 15 seconds. 15 seconds goes by quickly. Not really enough time to fully let that heart rate come down. Just enough time to catch your breath. Last 15. Make sure you're not skipping that press. When you press, your wrists are facing outwards. Good job. All the way to the end. Woo. Hopefully this is getting your guys' glutes fired up. Almost there. Good job. Breathe, exhale, and rest. Whew. That one definitely got my heart rate going. So now we are doing the alternating single arm bent over row. So what that looks like, depending on what weight you're using, maybe a little bit heavier here, really challenge the back. Your feet are hip width apart. We're gonna send those hips back so you're coming into that hinge, tight core, slight bend to your knee. We'll start with the right arm. We're rowing that elbow up towards the hip, extending the arm, switching. Left hand comes up, rows back into the right. So it's just that alternation. So get some water, take a moment. Hopefully you guys are feeling a little bit of that burn so far. Definitely has my heart rate going. Never easy exercising and talking at the same time. All right, so it's gonna count us down our 10 seconds. So getting ready, getting your weight. All right, 3, 2, 1, coming into that hinge. Elbow comes up towards the hip, extend the arm, and switching hands. So we're just alternating back and forth. You're keeping your core nice and tight, navel close towards the spine, protect that lower back. Gaze is towards the ground, keep that neck neutral. Good job. Keep that soft bend to the knees. For 3, 2, and rest. 15 seconds, maybe shake out those legs. Ooh, I'm feeling warm. How about you guys? All right, right back into it. Coming into that hinge position, bum pushes back, core is tight. Rowing that elbow up towards the hip. Really pinching those shoulder blades back. This doesn't have to be a fast movement, slow and controlled. Muscle connection over momentum, ladies. Really emphasize that squeeze when you pull that arm back. Imagine that elbow is going right to the hip. We have 10 seconds. 3. Straighten those legs, take them out if you need to. Maybe push the hips forward, stretch the back. 5 seconds and we're coming right into round 3. All right, let's go. Use that exhale to row that arm back. Core tight. This is a back exercise. Hopefully your back is feeling this. Maybe that lower back is becoming a little fatigued. Keep that core tight. 10 seconds. One more rep. Back. Coming into our final set. Then our little bit of a break. Whew. My body's definitely feeling it. My heart rate is elevated. And we are here. Set 4. Let's go. Elbow towards the hip. Shoulder blades pulls back. Core is tight. You're holding that hinge, so that bend forward, slight bend to the knees. Don't lock out those joints. Switching arms each row. Good job. Five seconds. Give a few. Right. Good job. Good job, ladies. You feeling good? Good. I like seeing those thumbs up. All right. Moving into our next exercise. So still targeting those glutes. Then we're gonna give the glutes a little bit of a rest, move into more core, upper body, and then we'll finish it off with those V ups and overs, core and hip flexors. Everybody loves that. So we're working into our reverse lunge. You're gonna be holding the dumbbell on either side. So one side in each hand. You're gonna hold it at that chest rack position. Starting at the top of your mat, we're alternating legs for our reverse lunge. We'll step back with the left first, drop the knee down, press those dumbbells up, return to center. So you're pressing in that low position. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let it all out. Release some of that tension we're building through our movement. All right. And we're starting. Coming up to the top of the mat, getting your dumbbell, make sure it's challenging. And we are stepping back, left foot, press that dumbbell up, return to center, slow controlled movement here. We're not going for speed. Press that dumbbell, return to center. Working our balance, deep core stabilization, shoulders, quads, glutes. Really moving with that breath. Good job. This one is definitely a burner. Get one more rep. 15 seconds rest. Woo. Hopefully you're loving this one. This one's tough. We're having fun, ladies. 9:25 a.m. We're doing it. All right. Back at the top of our mat. Let's step back. Core stays engaged. Slow down the movement if you need to. Good job. Keep going. If you need to drop your weight, do so. Don't stop your lunges. 10 seconds. One more rep. And rest. Halfway. And then we're moving down to the ground. Okay. Step back. Gain control of your breath. Slow down your step back if you need to. Good job. We have 15 seconds left. Use that exhale, one more rep. And rest. This one's tough. Definitely feeling this one. Getting much more fatigued. My heart rate is elevated. Okay, last time, ladies. We're coming into that step back. Step forward, alternate that step back. Good job. Keep going. Woo. The body is burning. On fire. One more. Drop that weight. Let that heart rate come down. You guys are doing incredible. Good job. All right. Take a sip of water. We're coming down to the mat. Ooh, let that heart rate come down. Working overdrive over here. All right, so coming to our lean tricep extension. So you might want to drop your weight down a little bit for your tricep. We're coming into a kneeling position. Toes curled under, hips pressed forward. Nice, strong and engaged core. And then we're gonna slightly lean back. So you're gonna feel this a lot in your quads and in your core. I want you to still press those hips forward. Arms are gonna extend up, bend at the elbows, weight comes behind the head. Press up. Those elbows are staying in line, they're not flaring to the side. Think of them framing your ears. So we have 4 sets of 45 seconds. So a lot for the triceps. Be mindful of how you're feeling. Be mindful of the weight you're using. Whew. 20 minutes in, ladies, and we're gonna start. Come into that kneeling position. Bring those arms up, lean back, fire up that core, and we're bending and extending at the elbow. Good job. So you're gonna really start to feel this one, especially in the quads. Core stays pulled in. We have 15 seconds left. Good job. 5. Rest. If this is too much for the quad, you can come into a standing position. Same concept, but your standing arms are up and you're coming into that tricep extension. All right, we're working whichever version you're coming into. Keeping those elbows straight. If you're on your knees, slightly leaning back. Good job. Make sure you're breathing. Ten seconds. Right to the end. One more rest. Rest. Tough. Very tough. Shake your legs out for that 15 seconds if you need to. Be mindful of the weight you're using. If you're too heavy, drop it down. Be able to maintain that breath. All right, and we're moving. Good job. This one's tough. My triceps are on fire. If you're at Tabata last night, we did a lot of tricep work. More back. Ladies, this one's got me really feeling it. All right, 5 seconds. Shake out those arms. Shake out those legs. Modify if you need to. Come up to standing and work the triceps. Same concept. Core remains engaged even if you're standing. Giving those quads and hip flexors a little break. Good job. This is our last time here. Most women think when they want shapely arms, they need to do tons and tons of biceps. Triceps are where it's at. Really toning the underside of the upper arm. One more. Oh my goodness. Arms on fire. Oh man. All right. We finished 4 sets of our triceps. We're coming into core. So take a moment, grab a sip of water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Very important for these sweaty workouts. Even though this is low impact, you are still elevating that heart rate. You're still working those muscles. A little bit more of a focus on resistance, so building that lean muscle in today's exercise. So I'll demo what we're doing next. We're coming into that Russian twist. So have your feet on the ground, knees are bent. And when you're sitting nice and tall upright, this is quite easy. I want you to lean a little bit off that tailbone. The weight is at chest rack, and we're twisting to the right, to the left. But as we twist, we're slowly starting to lean back, not all the way. And then we're coming all the way back up. Twisting down and twisting back up. All right, 45 seconds, 4 times of this is going to feel super tough, especially after just working the upper body. So be mindful of your weight. You can do this with no load, so no weight. Hands can just come to prayer, and you can do just body weight here as well. I do encourage you to challenge yourself with a weight first, and then drop down or deload as necessary. All right. Hopefully you've had a little bit of a break. Your heart rate's coming down a little bit. Get into your weighted position, weight at your chest, lean off that tailbone, and we are twisting. Same time, we are starting to lean back, and we're coming forward, still twisting. So that weight, the ends of your weights are in either hand, and you're rotating from your torso. I want that full torso rotation as you move. Good job. Woo, hopefully you didn't just eat breakfast. Woo. 10 seconds left. I wasn't lying when I said this one was going to be tough. Be very mindful of your lower back. Core stays nice and tight. Only lean back as much as you feel and rest. As much as you feel that security in the lower back, as soon as you feel it arching a little bit too much, you've lost that connection to your core, start coming back up. All right, second 45-second set, and we are twisting and leaning back. Ground those feet into your mat. Envision them encased in cement. They are nice and heavy. And rotate. Good job. Really working those obliques our side. Good job, ladies. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Use that breath to your advantage to accentuate your exhales. Nice, slow, deep inhale. One more. Rest, 15 seconds. Whew. We have one more workout after that. Okay. And we are going. Third set, 45 seconds. Russian twist with our lean back. So it's like a moving Russian twist. Find that rotation, slow down the movement. It doesn't have to be rushed. Halfway through this set. Good job, ladies. So proud of you guys for showing up for yourselves this morning. I always say workouts are never easy. They are always worth it once they are done. Get those endorphins flowing. Get that lymphatic system moving and rest. Oh man, these 15-second rests go by super quick. Means our heart rate is staying elevated the entire time. Okay, we are here. We are working. Let's go. Twist as you lean back. At any point, your lower back is becoming too fatigued. Again, drop your load and skip the lean back. Just come into those Russian twists. Keep going, keep going. Less than 20 seconds. Good job. Ladies, this one is tough. And rest. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you guys are appreciating the movement for your body and what it does for you. All right. That was it. That was step 4. You guys completed 4 sets of those moving Russian twists. Grab a sip of water. We're coming into that hip flexor core work to finish off our class. You don't need a ton of equipment. You don't need a huge space to get a really great workout. I do want to mention that you should continually be increasing your load as these exercises become more doable. When you find that you are not being as challenged as much, that's when you should be increasing your weight. So you always want to have that load increase to progress. So we are in a modified V-sit, meaning our knees are bent. We are on our tailbone, hands come behind us for a little bit of support here. We're gonna start on one side of the dumbbell, bring the knees into the chest. We're going to the other side, tap down. So it's just that in and out, in and out around your dumbbell. So you should really be feeling this in the lower core. This is also really gonna challenge your hip flexors. We're using our hands to protect our lower back a little bit. This is our last exercise. So your core is already fatigued, your body has already been worked, so be very mindful of this movement. And we're gonna start. 10 seconds. So bring those hands down, get into your position. 2 and 1, bring those knees in, come to the opposite side of that dumbbell. So just in and out. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. You're bringing the knees into the chest, leaning back slightly as you extend those legs. You can tap the feet down each time if you need to. Sometimes when I'm doing a workout, I'll be like, why the heck did I put this one on? The sequence, this is so tough. So just know these are challenging for me too. And rest. Holy moly. My core is on fire, but in the best way possible. You have 5 seconds. Take that nice deep breath. Exhale, sigh, release any tension you have to. And we are working again. So you're on your tailbone or just rolling slightly off. Hands are behind you, using them for support. In and out around your dumbbell. So that dumbbell is standing up. Less than 20. If you need to take a moment, lower back hurting, we're getting fatigued. Lower back, part of our core. We need it nice and strong, help with posture. And rest. Holy, those are tough, guys. Those are tough. Those are really tough. All right, not much of a break. We're halfway through. We can do this. 2 more sets. Okay, and we are moving. If you need to stop each time you come around, pause, bring those knees in, pause. Just gonna help a little bit. The closer you are to that weight, the harder it's gonna be, because you're gonna have to bring your feet in much more so that you don't knock your weight over. Woo. Okay, guys, 15 seconds. You've got this. So tough. If your lower back is feeling just way too fatigued, instead of giving up and skipping your set, I want you to come all the way down to your back, feet ground down. Last set, you have the option to just crunch. I want you to make sure you're not straining that lumbar back area. And if you're coming into just a crunch, your hands are behind your head. You're leading with the chest, trying to get the shoulders off. You are not pulling your head forward. We have 20 seconds left. Keep going all the way to the end. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Did it. Come into a seated position. Grab some water. High five to you all. Good job. Woo. Take a moment here. Let your heart rate come down. Just remember, exercise is a stressor for our body. Even though it is a good stressor, our body doesn't know how to decipher good stress from bad stress. Stress is just stress for the body. So making sure that we always cool down, we calm down our nervous system, we allow our body to get out of that sympathetic state. We don't want to ever leave our movement still in that amped up stress response. That's where breath work, that's where that deep stretching, that connection, body and mind comes into play, making this that holistic lifestyle. And so coming here in our seat, before we stretch out those muscles, let's just take a nice deep breath in together, in through the nose. And sigh, let all that air out. A few more times, nice deep breath in. And sigh. One more time, inhale. And sigh. Good job, ladies. I imagine you guys feel calmer already. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Flex your toes back towards your body. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, hinge forward, grab your shins, your ankles, your toes, whatever's accessible. Let's stretch out those hamstrings, lower back. Good job. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. I hope you're proud of yourselves, more importantly, for showing up, for movement, for strengthening your body. So important as we age to maintain our lean muscle mass. After we hit 30, that muscle mass is declining rapidly. So making sure you always carve out a little bit of time to strengthen that musculoskeletal system, work your endurance, your cardiovascular system, and then stretch it all out. Allow that nervous system to relax. All right, come back up to center. Keep your left leg extended. Fold that right foot inner left thigh. Square your hips off to your left leg. And then I want you to fold forward, grabbing for, again, your shin, your ankle, your foot, whatever is accessible. Feel that stretch, that lengthen through the hamstring. Still maintaining that deep connection to your breath. I want you inhaling through your nose and really extending that exhale, lengthening it, making it the longest part of your breath. Coming back up to center, your right hand's coming down to the mat at the right side. Reach that left arm up and over. If you want to come down on your right forearm, you can as well. Find that length and extension all the way from your left hip up through the side body, all the way into the arms, reach out through the fingers. And come back to center, extend your right leg, sole of the left foot, inner right thigh. Before you fold, square your hips off to your right leg, and then you're folding forward. Thank you guys for joining me this morning, Saturday morning. Hopefully you guys have already had a nice, delicious, hot cup of coffee. Maybe some of you are fasted. Make sure you have a good amount of protein for breakfast. You've already ate breakfast, have a protein shake, something high in protein, fuel those muscles, allow them to build. Each meal, each snack, try to aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein. We really need to support this movement, fuel our muscles. Come back up to center, left hand down, or maybe on that left forearm, reach that right arm up and over. So we're looking to stretch through those obliques. We worked them quite hard. And come back up. You can come into a comfortable seat. Reach your right arm across your chest. Hook it in with the left. Little stretch for the shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. That core is active. Still maintaining that breath. Slow everything down. And let's switch sides. Left arm reaches, right arm hooks it in nice and tight. Shoulders relax. Notice if you're clenching your jaw here, see if you can relax all those tension points, jaw, shoulders, hips. Good job. Release, roll those shoulders back a few times. One last stretch, right arm reaches up, bend at the elbow, use that left hand to just gently press that right elbow down. Stretch through those triceps. We worked them so hard. Good job. Release, then the left. Push that left elbow down. And release. Good job, ladies. If you want to roll your shoulders a few more times, loosen through that area. And you are good to go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed that movement. I will see you guys next Saturday.